Oh my gosh, come on in, fellow pop culture aficionado.
Or our moms.
Hi, moms. And join us on the couples couch. We saved you a seat.
We're Tanner and KB Cunningham, a married couple who dish out hilarious banter and spark interesting conversation.
From the wild world of reality TV and the furthest reaches of the internet, we're here to unpack it all. So grab a snack, settle in, and let's explore the fascinating intersectional world of pop culture. Hi, hello, good morning from the couples couch.
Welcome back to the couples couch.
I always say good morning even when it's not the morning, but here we are, morning it up, not in the morning.
It doesn't matter. Whenever you're listening, welcome to the couples couch.
Welcome to the couples couch. We're so how you're here. Take a seat.
Happy Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
Wow. How do you feel about Tuesdays?
You know what? I love Tuesdays. I think about Norbit every time.
It never fails.
I think it's like the first. Okay. Well, I'm actually not great, but.
Okay. Well, then what's wrong?
I'm tired. I usually love Tuesdays.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm just tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired today. I didn't have the best night's sleep. It was like very interrupted. So
thanks to me.
I typically love Tuesdays. But here we are.
Here we are. Yeah, I feel like Tuesdays, it's a good kickoff to the week. Because, I just really can't stomach a Monday. So I'm like, well, Tuesday, I feel like my week has officially begun. Even though that's not true because we did a lot yesterday. But you know what I mean? Like, I feel like, okay, like I can get through the week. It's almost like it is a mini hump day.
It is. It's a mini hump day. It's hump day before hump day.
Mm-hmm.
Because once you make it to the end of Wednesday, gosh, you're just like, is it Friday? I can't tell.
I'm lost in the sauce.
Are you there, God? It's me, Fiona. So yes, I typically love a Tuesday. I'm just like, my body is alive and awake. My eyeballs are struggling.
Not well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, before we get into that, should we give them the rhyme of the day?
Let's give you the rhyme of the day. So
should we also give them a spoiler, a warning as well?
Let's give you a warning. So we're typically not a podcast that centers men. We typically center women.
Yeah.
But today our rhyme has to do with two men. So here we are.
This is what you got.
He was just arrested, and this man should have just rested.
On God.
All that today on our Clickbait Culture Stories, everything in between with the Couples Couch podcast.
Yeah. So you did not get a lot of good sleep last night, and that was mostly in part to me, I would say. I take full ownership and responsibility. I wasn't even going to bring it up.
Like, I was just going to say I didn't sleep good.
No. Please allow me to take ownership.
Oh, I will. Go ahead. Own up.
So whenever Gaby was trying to fall asleep last night, I think I do things with my feet, and she does things very differently. Like to fall asleep, like I kind of like rub my feet together, or like my feet will kind of like, kick or something.
Yes.
And so she's trying to fall asleep, and she was like, "What are you doing with your feet?" And I'm like, "Nothing." She was like, "Are you kicking me?" No, indeed, I'm not kicking you. But she thought I was kicking her. She was very sad.
No, I didn't ask if he was kicking him.
I think you did.
I said, "Are you kicking the bed?"
Oh, okay. I knew kicking.
And he was like, "No," and I was like, "Okay."
Okay, got it.
He is.
So I stopped kicking the bed and my feet and fell asleep and then started snoring, as one does on his back, trying to change his face. I'm mewing, I'm sleeping on my back, I'm doing all the things to change my face. It's good for your
shoulders too. My shoulders hurt today.
No, it is good. It is. Oh, because you slept on your sides.
I came out here and slept on my sides, but we'll get to it.
We'll get into it. And so she kept having to wake me up because I was snoring. And then about what time was this?
3 a.m. and we're still awake.
Literally. 3 a.m.
I bet you thought about me. He didn't think about me.
I was asleep. And she wasn't thinking about me either because she was poking me.
I didn't poke you. I poked him. Okay. I only poked Tanner because he was indeed.
Yeah, please tell.
He was indeed snoring.
No, you said this was you trying to adjust your pillow. To me, it felt like you were shoving my body around.
Oh, I had my little side pillow there to prop my arm up. Because Tanner...
Fair. No, that's fair.
Yeah, Tanner, if you don't know, sleeps with 78 pillows in the bed. So my two pillows.
You have 4 now, but that's fine. Continue with those lies.
I have a side pillow. That's not in the bed at all.
Okay. It's still a pillow. I would count it as a pillow.
No, it's not a pillow that I sleep with.
You do, though, because it's beside your head.
It's not.
Okay. We'll agree to disagree.
Anyways.
Anywho.
I don't know where we were. But Tanner...
Oh, so yeah, I felt like you were poking me at like 3 a.m. And so like I freaked out. I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, I don't even know what you said. I was like, you are poking me. Can you stop?
I said, I did poke you at the end, though. I did go... Tick, tick, because you wouldn't stop snoring, and I like already like
Yeah.
looks like Tanner.
Yeah.
Like
So
nice
I
about
wasn't
it.
very
So I just started
nice.
poking him. I did.
Yeah.
I took my finger and I shoved it in his arm because he wouldn't stop snoring. And every time I would get almost asleep, Tanner would go,
Wake her up.
and I'm like, oh, somebody get him a nose strip.
Give me some mouth tape, a nose strip, something. Something's got to give. So
I
it did. She went out to the couch.
Okay, I gotta go.
I gotta go.
After he said that, it was like, to me, it was like, because it's the middle of the night, everything's heightened, and I was just like, okay.
We're feuding now. Got it. Noted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even that I was feuding. I was like, he doesn't know we're feuding, but like, I'm done with him. And I heard you cough, and I was like, that's what you get. I heard you cough right after I left. You were like, and I was like, hope you wake up.
Hope you wake up. That's so funny. I think I might have thought you were just in the bathroom. I was like, that girl, she has to go to the bathroom again. She's so silly.
No. When I woke
Silly
up
rabbit.
when I came back in there this morning, you knew I wasn't in the bed for sure because your whole ass was in the middle of the bed. You moved your pillows all the way over.
I did.
And
I thought it was just early morning because you do leave earlier than me. So I was like, it's my time to shine. I stretched out.
there were no pillows in the bed though. All the pillows were gone.
Oh, really? I didn't notice.
You moved your pillow over with yours.
I didn't even notice. That's how I had on a sleep mask. I wasn't very visually aware. I just kind of felt around and I was like, oh, it's my time to shine. So I did scoot my body into the very center of the bed and just live life loved. Slept for another couple hours. It was grand.
I know. I got up. When I got up in the middle of the night, let me set the scene. I was so annoyed. I gathered all of my materials. So
all of her belongings.
All my belongings.
Water,
I brought it
chapstick,
to the couch.
everything.
And I'm trying to be quiet. I grabbed my little pen, hit that, walk out to the side.
Yeah.
Set up my pillows, and then I decide, well, you know what? I'll just turn on the lights and see what's cooking in here, even though we just went to bed 4 hours ago. And I was like, okay, what's going on? Let me go look in the guest room. Am I going to sleep in the guest room? And I was like, no, I'm not sleeping in the guest room. So I made myself a little pallet on the couch.
Yes, and slept, hopefully.
Yeah, I slept pretty good after that, but it was interrupted. But anyways, that was that.
That's it. That's all.
That's it. That's all for there. We've been watching a lot of MAFs. I know we talked to you all about a little bit yesterday. For those of you who don't know, Married at First Sight.
USA, season 17 in Denver. And it's good.
Denver.
It's good. I hate all the men, though. They're like so annoying. Every single last one of them, I can't stomach at this point. And the girls, I all really like. So.
No. The
something
girls
wrong
are
with the member
fabulous.
is real.
No, Denver is real. The women are fabulous. And there was this article that said like women in Denver just had too high of expectations. And I want to know, who did you poll? Like, what type of skewed audience are you giving this poll to? Is it the men who don't even wipe their asses? Like, please tell me.
Probably.
I think that's who read the poll. They learned to read for 3 minutes and they thought, I'm going to take this survey about women. Just because we're talking about men today, I just figured we'd go ahead and decenter them.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's very common for men to speak on women's things, so I love it.
I know women
Makes
love to
sense.
call you and say wild things to you that they never should have spoken to, and they haven't spoken to you in a year.
Yeah, kind of wild.
Men.
Men.
Men. Do you remember that?
No clue.
What?
What's it from?
2.5 Men. Men,
Oh,
men,
sure.
men.
That was like kind of a blind spot for me. I have seen several episodes just because it's like been on several
Oh,
TVs.
I like never watched it. I just
Okay.
always on commercial. It like
You just remember the jingle, like it just stuck with you?
yeah.
Okay, no, it didn't stick with me in that same way. But
Me stuck with the jingle. James Knight Appliance.
I'm just, giving more men, questionable men at that, more press. I love that.
Yeah.
Ashton Kutcher.
Ashton Kutcher, questionable. Charlie Sheen,
Very questionable.
very questionable. The guy
Allegedly.
that looks like young Sheldon but old Sheldon, probably questionable.
Probably questionable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
there's that. Yeah, we've been watching MAFs. Tonight we have on deck to watch Clipped.
Clipped. We have Clipped,
Yeah.
and we also have it's Dubai night,
Oh, true. And Dubai.
and we have somewhere we're going. So
And we
like,
have somewhere we're going. True.
yeah, we'll have to be caught up on that.
Oh,
But tomorrow is Juneteenth.
Juneteenth. Excited to celebrate.
Yes. Well, yeah, we celebrate in honor of other people, and
Yeah.
it's also like people we love's birthday.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
We're going to
okay.
celebrate those people.
Yeah,
that
we're
we
gonna celebrate those people.
love. Yeah. And
We-
Juneteenth, but
Yeah,
you know,
in Juneteenth, yes,
loves
and
it.
just
That's her
like
birthday.
in support of Juneteenth, and we have off tomorrow, so
Love.
that's exciting. It's gonna be a huge content day. I have lots of stuff I have to film,
Yeah.
lots
True.
of stuff, so I'll be filming all day, but it'll be a good day.
So I have a question for the pod.
Ask away.
Now, if you're listening to this on Spotify, we do have a section where you can leave a comment. So this is where I would like you to leave your comments, please. Or if you're on YouTube, do it there. You know how that works. I don't have to explain. But we went on a walk with a friend yesterday, and we started talking about contractors. And she told us that she has a fancy neighbor who has hired contractors to do some work in their home. Now, instead of allowing those said contractors to use the facilities at their home, like their restroom, because they have, I did confirm, 2 half baths, because that was important to me to note. They do have 2 half baths in that floor plan. And instead of allowing those contractors to use either one of those, they purchased a porta potty, or do people call them other things like outhouses, Johns? I don't know.
A potty john.
Potty John. I don't know. There's probably different terminologies,
Yeah.
but you know what I'm saying. Like if you go to a
The
festival,
plastic place you put your poop
Exactly.
in. Let's
Or
just say
pee.
it that way.
Yeah, whatever you're doing in there, those little plastic homes where they're like little columns and you poop or pee in them.
So let's reiterate the story. There's some neighbors around here.
Mm-hmm.
They're having people come and work in their homes,
Yes.
but they will not let them use the bathroom in their homes.
Correct. Forcing
Wow.
them to go outside where it's
It's
this week it's
hot.
very warm.
I mean, yesterday it was 90 something. Actually, I am so sunburnt
Yeah.
in my chest from,
From that
like
walk.
just like a 45-minute walk that we
Yeah.
did with said friend.
Yeah.
Like 45 minutes, I am completely burnt. So could you imagine hot, sweltering fecal matter
No,
in like
disgusting.
urine?
No.
Like, and you're forced to go in that when you just have a half bath? Honestly, I think it's so rude. Like these people are
It's
good enough
rude.
to come and work on your home, but they're
Yeah.
not good enough to be able to like pee on a cold toilet seat in peace.
Literally. Like what do you think they're going to be doing in there? That's ridiculous. And like you're going to have to clean anyways because they're going to be in there doing stuff. Like what are you even talking? Like it doesn't
Absolutely.
make any sense.
And like people are already going to be in the home. So
Right.
if you let them in, like
No, I was upset. I was
that's it. That's all. Like
upset.
it's not that hard.
And if you disagree, please let me know. And you know what? It's okay to be wrong. So
Yeah,
that-
it's okay to be wrong,
that's
but
all I
yeah,
have
I
to
just
say.
think it's rude. I'm just like,
It's rude.
let them pee in your home.
yeah,
They're good, like I said, they're good enough to work in your home,
they can
but you
surely
can't
pee
let
in there.
them pee in peace. Like this
Let
is
them
the pee in peace movement, okay?
Please, pee in peace.
Like basic body needs. Like let people pee in peace.
Mhm.
We can't do that.
They won't let them do that, but we would.
Yeah,
Just
we
know,
would. You can
whenever
pee
we
in
hire
your home.
contractors, you can pee in our home.
Absolutely.
Pee in peace in our home.
Absolutely.
We love you. But yeah, so should we dive into the stories?
Let's dive into the stories. Let's give them the first story of the day.
Okay,
Actually, let
please.
me start with a little Todd update.
Oh, please. Yes, don't let me
Okay,
get ahead of
so
ourselves.
Yeah, it's like it's part of the story, so it'll just
Okay.
like lead into it.
Perfect.
But our girl Tass, Taylor Allison Swift, Tass Rights Management,
Please, yes.
bless her, bless Taylor Swift the brand and Taylor Swift the human. Well, you know, we're here. She's one night in, is it Cardiff?
Cardiff.
She has one night in Cardiff.
Wales.
It's actually like playing all throughout today. So if you hear this, honestly, it'll probably be posted after it's over. But like Taylor's live on TikTok right now, y'all. She was in the red
Yeah.
set.
Oh.
Red. Because yeah, we had to do this on my lunch today.
Yes. So
Yeah, she's in Cardiff. We'll see what like she does. I'm so
For
interested to
surprise
see the
songs and
surprise
stuff?
songs
Yeah.
because the last surprise songs have just been like literally death by 1,000 cuts.
yeah, I know. It'll be interesting to see what she does and what she plays.
What is she gonna do? We don't know.
Do you think they'll both be mashups? Yes or no?
Absolutely.
Sure, I do too.
I think we're in mashups. But something interesting happened today. She posted a black and white photo again.
Oh.
She's been in all color.
Wow.
I don't know what's glitching. I don't know what's happening.
We don't
But Scooter Braun is being trolled. Why is that important to Taylor Swift?
Why?
If you don't know, moms, well, that's important because Scooter Braun is the reason Taylor Swift is rewriting all of her music and putting it out.
Yes, and he's being trolled because he's stepping away from management, right? He officially announced yesterday after our podcast because we
Yes.
shamed him. He's retired.
Yep.
No, I'm just kidding.
He said, goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. I try to steal all of your lives.
Yeah. Oh my, Brooks is snoring. So if you heard that, that's what that
I
was.
doubt that was a car.
No, it was Brooks.
Yeah. So he's like stepped away. He's going to be doing something else as like CEO,
Yes.
Hive Management.
Right, which is interesting because that is the company that he sold his company to. Does that make sense?
Yes. Like he sold his company to make money to go back to his company.
To become the CEO. So he kind of step back. And so I think that's why a lot of these artists actually left him, like Ariana Grande and all these people. He's like, I'm not going to be so hands-on anymore. I'm actually going to become a CEO. And they are, and he's doing that. And so like, I think that's why he's finding them new management. I don't know. We'll see how it all plays out. But I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see how it all plays out. But people are commenting on his post about retiring.
Yeah.
Good riddance.
That's LOL funny.
Which is from the song The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived. One of my favorite songs right now. I do love The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived. I know some really tall people that are like the smallest man who ever lived. So
yeah, and speaking of multiples.
Here, there, Alabama, Montana, Wisconsin,
anywhere.
Kentucky,
literally.
Tennessee. Smallest man is you and you.
You and you. Another song that's kind of in that same vein of like Karma, Smallest Man, you know, kind of a
yes, a vibe.
My Kink Is Karma, Chappel Round. I've just got to keep talking about her.
It's so good. I know. I can't wait to do something else with that. Like, and do like use My Kink Is Karma. Like,
so good.
Karma is my kink. Is that what it is?
Karma is my kink?
I can't remember.
No clue, but something to that effect.
Something to that effect. Well, you know what? Good riddance. We'll see what happens. Scooter Braun is, he's not a good guy. But who in the industry is? I don't know. And I know this guy has been questionable for quite a bit of time. And that is Justin Timberlake, who was arrested in his Hamptons for driving while intoxicated.
Was he drinking Swaza? That's what I need to know.
Was he drinking his own tequila? Because that tequila is only $15. Yeah, Swaza brand tequila.
Yeah.
Glassy-eyed Justin Timberlake reeked of booze after being pulled over for a suspected DWI in the Hamptons. It is alleged.
It's alleged. And it's not funny, but it is funny and it's not. But,
honestly,
you know, like you should never drive drunk. Yeah, the way they wrote it was comical.
Glassy-eyed.
Yeah.
Reeked of booze after being suspected for a DWI.
Yeah, I think I definitely hold him to
DW
the
not
same.
I, baby. I get an Uber.
Yes. I hold him to the same, like, standards as I do anyone that comes on this, you know, that makes headlines for this very reason. Like, it's unacceptable. Like, especially whenever you're a celebrity, there's
you have access
literally
to transportation. You have
no
access
reason.
to vehicles. You have access to a slew of people
no
to
reason.
come and get you. Like, this is like a conscious choice that you are making.
Yeah, you're
and, like, it's
choosing violence and death.
I don't think it's okay to drink and drive.
No.
At all
ever.
But in these circumstances, I'm like, what the heck? You could have got somebody. Like, I just know like people that don't have like even us right now. Like, if we went out drinking, like I would be like, okay, we have to get an Uber.
Right.
Like, do we budget? How much do we have in our budget left for Ubers this
for
month?
An Uber, yeah, literally.
Yeah. How much did we put in the budget for Ubers this month? And then that'll tell you like what we're gonna do.
Right.
And like, that's how I think how you have to think about drinking and driving.
No, literally. Now remind me, where did you say he was?
He was in the Hamptons.
Oh.
He was having Henny in the Hamptons.
That's a great song. Bryn Joy, if you don't know him, go listen to that now. It's great.
Henny in the Hamptons is so good. Local officers reportedly followed the pop star and observed him swerving across the road, forcing cops to pull him over. Law enforcement sources told TMZ that the sexy back singer was pulled over shortly after he left midnight. Ooh, he left at midnight. Ooh, that is so embarrassing.
No, it's despicable, disgusting, embarrassing behavior. And we're embarrassed for you, Justin. And you continue to do this, and it continues to be embarrassing. Another take I have, whenever he rebranded himself with his new, like, tour, he looks identical to Tom Sandoval's, like, uncle.
No, he is giving Tom Sandoval's uncle, and I would only like Tom Sandoval's uncle.
Yeah, we don't want Tom Sandoval or Tom
Sandoval's
uncle, but yeah.
The gunkle, I'll take.
Sure.
Yeah. TMZ reported that he blew past a stop sign and was pulled over and refused the breathalyzer after performing a field sobriety test. Well, yeah, you have to refuse that. If you'd like to stay recused from it, refuse to recuse.
Literally.
Yeah, and his wife is filming in Manhattan a movie, so you're just a couple hours away making things. And you know what? She just posted on Instagram about him for Father's Day. And I saw one of his questionable tattoos from back in the day. And I was like, oh, I forgot I had that.
That's funny. Yeah, so do better, Justin. Like, it's embarrassing. You're too old. You have too much money. Like, it's insanity.
No, it is. It's no good. It's a no good.
It's a no good.
He was the one that was arrested.
Yeah.
All right. Now, McDonald's makes a major change to drive-thrus after mishaps go viral. Tell me more about this.
Okay.
I have not read this article, but I would love to have some French fries right now.
Honestly, McDonald's French fries and the Sprite. I know people talk about the Sprite, but it's not talked about enough, in my opinion. The Sprite,
it pops. It's like once you pop, the phone don't stop. You know,
like
put that carbonation in and we're going to swim in.
Yeah, literally. It's like smoking a menthol. Like, cut your throat as it goes down. It's great.
I've never smoked a menthol, so.
Same, yeah, I don't know. They just say, like, cut your throat.
Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Allegedly, we don't know.
We don't know.
No. But yeah, so McDonald's French fry and a Sprite, change your life.
Change your life. And they honestly, on the McDoubles, I haven't had one in like 10 years, but I do remember the pepper being on on them, and it was so good. Like it really brought the flavor.
What's a pepper?
Pepper. They put like pepper, like salt and pepper.
Like black pepper, yeah.
Yeah.
My friend, my college roommate, he used to get those, and he would do something like really sickening. He would wring them out. He would take the buns apart, take his McDouble, and then squeeze it like a sponge, and all of this juice and grease and
I don't want it anymore.
the most disgusting things would come out of them. And like that really turned me off to the burgers in general at McDonald's. So from then on out, I just did the chicken nuggets, which I know were probably even worse. But like thinking about him wringing out his patties like it was a dirty, wet sponge, sick.
Thank you, McDonald's, for sponsoring this segment of our podcast.
Allegedly, thank you. Just kidding. We wish.
No, we wish. I love McDonald's. And honestly, the McFlurry.
I know, but that thing is always broken. You know,
I
you're
know,
never
but
gonna
I
get a
can
good
taste
McFlurry.
the ice cream from childhood and going around in that dirty stir.
The dirty stir. The dirty stir. Okay, so the story
so what did
is
they do,
though they did a contract with IBM and they started using AI to take orders at drive-through, like certain drive-through locations, and it went viral because obviously there were several mishaps. Like someone ordered chicken nuggets and they accidentally added 2,000 chicken nuggets, costing them like $200. Like they didn't have to pay for it, like in the end, you know, but still, like it just obviously the technology was not up to snuff.
Right. Okay.
And the cream always rises, and this did not. It indeed failed, and so they're taking it away. Now McDonald's did put out a statement saying like they do see the value in this and I think are going to continue to try. And of course they are, because as we know, California raised the minimum wage to $20 an hour, and that's kind of like put a lot of things in
it's
limbo.
put a lot of things in. But have you been to California? Bread is $7 for a loaf. My gosh.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying that it shouldn't be $20 an hour. I'm just saying like I understand like why they're trying to figure out a way to like cut corners using tech, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it doesn't work. You can't cut corners using like the human touch. Like it'll never happen.
It will never happen. How about we just like cut some of your CEO salary? Let's cut all these big executives.
Yeah.
Let's cut all these extra things that we are giving to that are just like false things.
Yeah.
Like give it back into an employee fund. Like there's just so many other things you can do. You're only giving to get your tax write-off. So like give it back to your employees and figure out a way to make that a donation tax write-off of like, you know, there's just so many other things you could do. It's nonsense to me. Cut somebody else's salary. Let's quit cutting employees.
Yes.
Like
no,
especially
for
like
sure.
a lot of these people like either are starting out new jobs, they're in between jobs, they're just trying to make a living for like their families and doing whatever they can do. So like it's not too much to ask when it's $7 for bread and McDonald's is a multi-billion-dollar corporation to pay their people. That's my take.
No, that was a great take. Sorry, I was coughing.
No, you're fine. You are fine.
But yeah, no, I agree. And again, like you can never cut corners when it comes to like the human aspect of things. Like it's not going to work. So like why you thought it would, I'm unsure, but clearly you didn't test it out well enough because the tech was whack. I saw several viral videos. It was hilarious.
Yeah, I was like, 2,000 nuggets on the way. Help is on the way.
On the way. Yes. This next story is kind of sad. Carrie Underwood and her family, they had a fire break out at their Tennessee home overnight. Entertainment Tonight reported. Luckily, everyone was unharmed.
That is so, I'm glad everybody is unharmed, but it is like devastating. And I can imagine like such a traumatic experience to have a fire in your home. Like, what do you do in that moment? Like you're evacuating, you're trying to get the things you care about. You're trying to get the people you care about. Like it's
good news.
What's the news?
There was no fire damage to the primary residence.
Oh, amazing.
And the family and their pets were unharmed.
Fabulous.
So like literally sounds great. Like it was contained very quickly, she said. So great.
Yeah. Okay. So it was just on the property. I was honestly thinking about
inside the property's garage, but it didn't go inside, luckily.
But still, like that's still scary. Like
no,
yeah,
like it could very
traumatic.
easily go into the home if it's in the garage.
Oh, I was thinking too a lot about. I have a friend who lives. Her name is Joan, and she had her neighbor's house caught on fire, and it caught on fire so big it caught somebody else's home on fire, and it was really close to hers, and she was like awake
and
on the middle of
wind can carry it. You never know.
Yeah, and she was awake in the middle of the night, and like she saw it like happen on the Ring cam, and she already had something traumatic happen to her on the Ring cam, and so like
oh yeah,
that's what I was thinking about. But immediately when you said home fire, I was just like, oh, Joan, that was so bad. Even though it didn't hit her, like it messed with them for weeks.
right.
So yeah. Gosh, well, I
Yeah,
hope it gets better for
sending
them.
lots of love.
And always check your electric, people.
I know. I wonder what it was. Do you think it was maybe the car? I don't think they've said yet, but like if it's in the garage, like maybe a car, maybe like a mower. It's very hot there, and like
Mowers get
gas.
hot. Yeah,
and
Nashville's hot.
yeah, like I
Yeah.
don't know. It could be anything, but scary.
Mm-hmm.
So just be careful. It's hot out there.
It's hot out there. Quit lighting your shinksha on fire.
Okay, so we have to tell that story now that you said that.
Okay, go for
I
it.
remember one of my like very vivid memories as a kid growing up with KB was that we would from time to time be little pyros.
Oh, it's okay. Say, I saw my mom used to do this too on the internet the other day, and I screenshot it and said, "Oh, I got in trouble for this," and you.
We used to be little pyros and like go into the bathroom, turn off the lights, spray the sink with Axe or like whatever. Like
Axe body spray.
I was gonna say it was typically always Axe in my recollections.
Yeah.
And then light that MFR on fire and watch it burn.
Yeah, we were
It
like,
was
"Woo."
so fun.
And I do remember one time we were in the backyard lighting like paper on fire.
Okay,
like,
I don't recall this because was I there?
you and Caleb. And
That all clocks actually.
and my mom found out that we were doing. She's like, "What were you burning?" I was like, "How'd you know I was burning anything?" Not like neighbors would have told my mom. Not like it wasn't in open
Narcs.
air.
Narcs.
Not like you couldn't smell it. Like
Who do you think it was? I know exactly who it was.
it's probably. I love the lady that lived next door to us. It was probably her. I would tell on me too. I'd be like, "Listen."
Narc.
No, I would do the same thing. I'd be like, the kids are playing with your home and my home are at stake, Miss Ma'am.
No, literally, I'm kidding. Yeah. No, get your kids under control because if not, I'm gonna go hose them down with a water hose.
Hosed. Hose ya.
Oh, do we need to do something about that?
Yeah, I will in just a second.
Okay.
Do you want to introduce the next story?
Yeah, of course. Okay. So our next story is brought to you by us because we don't have any sponsors at the moment. I don't know why I thought that would be funny to segue. It really wasn't. But anyways, a little housewife news is that Real Housewives star Beverly Hills, PK Kimsley, PK, says he's 6 months sober amid Dorit Kimsley separation, Entertainment Tonight reports. Now, I know that PK likes a drink. He's English, I believe. So, that's kind of like a stereotype there. And I've seen him partake several times on this little TV show. And I think it's maybe a good choice. Like, especially whenever you're going through something that's really huge, you just want to have like a really clear mind, right? And so I think that that's like why it would be important to be like sober during like those big milestones.
No, I think it's super important. A clear mind there's nothing like a clear mind. And I do. I love to have a glass of wine. I love a glass of champagne. You can make me a beautiful cocktail and I will have that one and probably have a second.
Yeah.
But when I'm preparing for something, when I am in the thick of something, if I'm doing anything of importance, I'm not drinking.
Right. No, for sure.
And I don't like to mix those things. Like, like there's like some people are like, "Oh, I'll just like have this little drink and then I'll get back to work." And I'm like, that's not for me. Like once I view that as like settling down. And when I'm trying to like focus on my mind, focus on any of those things, like I think it's a good idea. I don't know if this is just like a stunt. When I first read this, I was just like, stunt. But like, hopefully it's true.
Yeah. No, I hope so. On Father's Day, he did post a caption saying, "On Father's Day, the greatest gift that I can give my 5 kids is to remain sober. Grateful and proud to say this weekend I am 6 months. Happy Father's Day to all you great dads out there doing your best."
Well, happy Father's Day.
Yeah. They've been married for 9 years. I honestly didn't really realize that, but I know we've talked about it and probably even said that here. It just didn't clock to me.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. So, and he did post like a picture of like a 12-step thing, and it's like, I don't know, you can go to his profile and see it, but that was a caption, and I love that, and he should be sober for his kids. What a beautiful thing. What a beautiful statement.
No, absolutely. Being sober for your kids, like what else besides yourself, like what's the point, Like
yeah,
they're an extension of you.
Right, and like they have to see you all the time. Like it's not like you really get a break from them if they live with you full time, so like why not give them the best version of yourself?
Absolutely.
Especially if you can't handle your alcohol.
No, yeah, and if you can't handle it, because I think it's good to show kids like what it is like to like have a drink and like do it within reason.
Or like
and
if you're at a party or like
normalized.
if you're with friends, like yeah, of course, but like if you're doing it every, like there are limits.
if it's every day,
right,
if it's like when things are in excess, it's like the same thing with like eating Hershey's bars. Like,
Totally.
let's put it this way. Like, it's good, I think, for kids to see you like indulge and have your dessert, but
Right.
to like have a Hershey's bar every night is like that's a lot of chocolate.
It's a lot of chocolate that they'll see. you
And it's like
consuming.
it comes out of your skin and it makes you wonder and it rots your teeth and like it's delicious.
Delicious.
But like also like creating healthy habits and showing them like what moderation and health looks like, I think is very important, especially for like they live in a very big and busy world.
Yeah, for sure. So we say congrats, PK. Continue the
PK.
good work, mate.
Continue it, mate. We'll see what happens, Shug.
Shug, we'll watch what happens live.
We'll watch what happens live. And this star is not watching what happens live.
Oh,
And he's not really a star.
well, he is. He's a sir.
But he is a sir. Sir Ian McKellen, 85, hospitalized after falling off the theater stage during performance.
Mid-performance. Now, I have thoughts, comments, questions, and concerns. At 85,
Isn't this Dumbledore?
he's someone like that. He's like maybe a hobbit. I don't know. But
All
at
these old white men that
85,
look alike.
especially when they get old at 85. At 85, I would need to be resting. I would need to be chilling. I would not need to be performing. Now, I do also understand, like, if this is his craft, this is what he loves to do, like, this fuels him, this gives him life, like, that, you know, it makes him feel alive. Like,
Yeah, I get that.
so grand. But, like, a Broadway thing, like, I could understand, like, a little film work here, a little TV work there, a little commercial here, doing a little home shoot
Be
there.
at the Hotel Charmant with Miley Cyrus.
Literally, like, doing something that felt like maybe he just loves the stage. I can't speak for this man, but I need him
Yeah.
to rest. That's what I do know.
Yeah, he is. He's old Lord of the Rings
That's what I
himself.
thought. Mhm.
Gandalf, is that who that is?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Someone, or
this is
Frito
old
Baggins.
Gandalf.
I don't know. He's someone. No, Frito Baggins is the other one.
Frodo.
Frito is the chip.
I don't even watch Lord of the Rings. We used to have to
Frito
watch
is
it in
the
logic
chip.
class as kids, y'all. And shout out to all my logic listeners. I have a couple friends from home. I know you're listening, and you're like,
Literally.
"Oh my gosh, logic class, Mr. E, Mr. E." We talked about him the
We
other day
did.
too. I love Mr.
Obsessed.
Embry. Obsessed with him. He literally used to discipline me all the time. And you know what? Discipline is love, and I felt it.
Yeah.
He was always just trying to like help me be smarter and make good decisions.
Yeah,
like,
for sure. A good
what a
man.
good man.
A good man.
I did not appreciate it at the time, but I
Since
can
we've
look.
been talking bad about men, let me give you a good man.
Mr. Embry always
Literally.
checked on me.
Literally.
Always a good guy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we always watch those shows, but I would just go to sleep or like play on my phone in the back or
Lorna
like do
Doone, he
anything
was
else.
literally obsessed with Lorna Doone. What was his obsession with Lorna Doone?
And My Little Pony. Do you remember all the My Little Ponies on top of his
Yeah,
cabinets?
I do actually.
He'd be like, they do things at night.
It was like, it was his,
It was a lore.
no, it was the thing before the thing. What is the little elf on the shelf before the elf on the
It
shelf?
was pre-Elf
He
on the
created
Shelf.
Elf on the Shelf, I think.
No, literally.
I'm still undone at myself for calling it Frito Baggins because Fritos are chips and in a
In a
bag.
bag.
That's too
I
funny.
know. I'm like, okay, walking taco.
Frito Baggins.
That's an SNL skit.
Yeah.
Frito Baggins.
Wow.
Now sold at Taco Bell.
And that's not even
And
him.
Pete, if Pete came back and did it because Pete Davidson had the Taco Bell commercial. I don't need anything from Pete Davidson, but like, it's all
I
in
would
his
eat Taco
brand.
Bell. Yeah, I don't know. I forgot he did that. I kind of Men in Black myself from that because I do remember seeing it, but that's when he was with Kim, so Kim had him working.
You better work.
Yeah. You better work.
That's something Kimberly and Taylor have in common
Right.
with their
Ethics.
relationships.
Well, with their work ethics, I was going to say they both love to work.
They both love to work, and they're both really good at their work, and they're good at their craft, and they know their brand, and they know their audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, respect. Yeah, he's fallen off. So goodbye.
So, like, and he was hospitalized. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
A
at
crew
85
rushed to help him. He cried out in pain. That is so sad.
No, it's scary, but I wish I was there. I do like to see people
I don't.
fall.
I don't like to see older people fall.
You're right. Not old people. Young people, I will laugh at. Old
Now,
people,
me?
you do have to check on.
Now, I used to pull up. So I used to have cameras
Mm-hmm.
in where I worked. There would be cameras everywhere. Obviously, like it's a
Right.
school. Like it's really
Yeah.
helpful. Well, sometimes though, like I would fall and I'd be like, can we go look at the cameras? I'd like to go back and watch that. Thank you. I'm like, I need to see how that happened and I need to take a video of it.
I gotta have a video of it. Yeah, you sent me a really funny video once of you having a massive workout fail. Do you remember this?
Oh my gosh, I hit myself in the face.
Oh, like we should release that footage now. It's been long enough.
Oh my gosh, it's been so long. Actually, I know exactly when that was. That was the weekend of your friend Zach's wedding.
Yeah.
You were coming back home and we were going to meet up after. And that following weekend, I told you I was in love with you.
Love you.
Yeah.
I love you too.
Yeah. I was like, I think I'm in love with you. What do you want to do about that?
And then I had to go right back home for a funeral. Rip.
But then we
Yeah.
got together. It was great.
Yeah.
Here we are now on the couple's couch. But yeah, I hit myself in the face with one of those medicine balls. Yeah, I was doing medicine ball throws. And honestly, like I was so much more fit then. I was about 40 pounds smaller and I worked out like 5-6 days a week. And like by fit, I mean like I did like a lot of like, I still work out a lot. Like I am physically active, but
Yeah.
like I did a lot more of like body weight
hit
and
stuff.
hit and like a lot more of like high intensity training,
Interval training. Yeah.
and I didn't do as much like I did more like resistance training, and
Yeah.
now I'm trying to do a little bit like resistance training, but like weight training and like walking. But yeah, I was on one then, and I hit myself in the face, and it was so bad. And I was videoing it because I wanted to see my form, and I video everything.
Right.
Anyway, like, hello, have you seen our Instagram?
Literally.
Like, I have over 40,000 videos and photos on my phone. That's why I have the huge one. But yeah, I hit myself in the face. It was really bad. Like, I can feel it in my eye right now, how bad it felt in that moment. Like, and it's just so embarrassing. It's so good. We'll share it.
I'm going to have to go back and rewatch it before we do, because I almost feel like you were using not even the right ball. I think that's what set you up. I think because anytime I've done those kind of throws, the balls are more like beanie and weighted. The one you had, it seemed more bouncy to me, if I recollect.
It was bouncy, but
And
I
that's
thought
why
they're
it
supposed to
smacked you
bounce
right in
back
the face.
up.
Not that much. They're supposed to like just barely pop off the ground, where you have to like pick it back up because they're heavy. This thing was like kind of one you would like throw at a wall, or like,
yeah, it was like a wall ball. It was
like you would
basically
throw
a
to
weighted basketball that hit me in the tooth.
Literally. It's
Playing
surprised you didn't like rupture your
basketball.
orbital bone or something.
No, literally. Rupture my orbital bone?
Rupture.
Somebody call Paige Desorbo. She has a strong orbital bone. She always talks about it. She's
What
like,
is- oh, like a big eyebrow?
yeah, she talks about her orbital bone all the
I
time
think
when
just
she
has
gets her
big
makeup down.
eyebrows. Is that
Down.
what that means?
I don't know. I just know. She's always like, I don't like my orbital bone.
What a like niche thing not to like about yourself.
Speaking of Paige, though, did you
What?
see, and I think we finished with the story, so now I'm just going to ramble for a second anyway.
No, please. We're just rambling.
Paigey Poo actually has a new Amazon Live show coming out. It's called In the Bed with Paige Desorbo, and she's having all these guests come on her Amazon Live and get on in the bed with her and
Love.
share their favorite things. And you know who's on there?
Me. Who? You.
Jessel Tank.
Jessel. Tribeca's an up and coming area.
No, literally Jessel. And I love
Yeah.
it because Paige is so unserious and Jessel is so unserious.
I know. Where do we land with Jessel? I still have like mixed, like
Honestly-
even thinking about her because we've not seen it in so long. My initial gut reaction was I didn't like Jessel, but then I thought about it again and I was like, no, I kind of
No,
liked her.
I
felt
really
like.
stand
I feel like I turned
Jessel
on
at the
myself.
end.
Yeah, I feel like I turned on myself.
No,
It's a good turn.
you did. You turned on yourself because we
Yeah.
didn't like Jessel at the beginning because of the whole, like, we thought she was mean to
and-
Jenna.
We'll never stand.
Like, yeah, she was mean to Jenna about the whole like dress tank thing, and honestly, it was just like her own insecurity projecting, and I like very much understood that when she like talked about later in the season, and then everything that happened later with Jessel and other people, I was just like, you know what, I stand for Jessel.
Okay, yeah, we stand with Jessel and I stand with Paige always, and I'm excited about this.
And
bed
Craigie
show.
Poo's gonna be in the bed, obviously. Taylor Schrecker, which you've listened to her before on the Toast.
Is this the one that got the bluff? No,
No,
that's
Shannon Ford. No, Taylor, she went to St. Barth with Claudia.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
On her
And she's
honeymoon.
married to Taylor and Taylor.
Tay.
Mm-hmm.
We know a couple that have the same names too, Heather and Heather. We love
Yes,
them.
I know. We love them. Taylor and Taylor, Heather and Heather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's exciting. I hope they're paying her lots of money, which I'm sure they are.
Oh, baby girl has got
How
brand
much do you think
deals.
they're paying her? I don't even know like what a normal price would be.
Well, they're paying her, and so it's like multiple because they're paying her, and she makes commissions off of all of her sales because it comes from
It's like
Amazon
her own
storefront.
QVC. Like it's kind
No,
of
it's
brilliant.
Paige's QVC.
It is. Wait, Amazon Live. I've never really made this connection until now, but Amazon Live is like our generation's QVC. It's
Absolutely.
like it's influencer, individual QVC.
No, it is. And like you
Wow.
control the product, you control what goes out there. Like
Love.
if you can get with them, like, and you can create the whole concept because like she created this whole concept around her brand of like loving to be at
In the
home
bed, yeah.
and in the bed. And like
sure.
that's so much of like what she does. She's like, this is who I am. And I'm like, respect.
Wow. Another connection I made last night,
What?
to bring her up one more time, Chappell Roan.
Chappel.
What is this generation? The one your sister's in?
Oh,
I always get confused.
Gen Z.
She is the Gigi of the Gen Z, meaning like
Tell me
she's
more.
the Lady Gaga of the Gen Z. She is their version. Like we had Lady Gaga growing up as like our pop like person we looked to who like did crazy amazing things, great performances,
Yes.
just like an artist, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in my opinion, that is the Gen Z's Chappell Roan.
Absolutely. And like has pipes, but like like fully, like, I mean, she dressed up as the Statue of Liberty that we just talked about yesterday when she did the Capitol. Like Gaga like used to dress like in the wildest, coolest things, and she got us to talk about it.
Right.
And she like sold us like commercial art, basically talked about it, but then she went out and like did all these other things that you and I talked about the other day of like she did her Tony Bennett album. She did like all these different pieces, and
She
it's like
became an actress.
and I see that very much like happening. Like Chappell has that star power to me and that type of authenticity to stay weird.
Right.
And to stay true to herself, all while being caught up in the minutia of the brand.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that's just sick.
Sickening.
Mm-hmm.
So Chappell Roan is Gen Z's Lady Gaga's Gigi.
Yeah.
We say all that to say.
Gen Z. La la ra pa pa, Roma Roma ma.
Gaga.
Ooh la la.
Watch out, bro.
I loved Gaga back in the day. My goodness.
Speaking of Gaga, I did see her in concert right before she got really big, and that was one of my favorite things. It was not the charity ball,
I know exactly what you're talking
in Nashville
about.
with the radio station
It's like the
107.5
Christmas
the river, the
ball
Christmas
kind of
ball. Yeah, they had.
I remember you telling me about this, and I remember you being, because you went to go see somebody else, didn't you? That was people that played the piano.
The main person that I wanted to see, well, that was Mayday Parade, but the main people that I was excited to see, because like I said, Gaga had one song on the radio, Paparazzi or whatever, and it was
biggest fan.
And it had just like hit like that
So good.
month or something. I'll have to go back and fact check myself, but like she was not a very big artist, and I was there to see Boys Like Girls. Is that the name of them? Boys Like Girls.
I don't think you went to go see Boys Like Girls.
Weren't they like an emo-y band?
Yeah, but I don't think
I was obsessed. I was like kind of an emo kid.
you were definitely an emo kid.
That's
We
why I
talk
went
about
to see Mayday Parade.
kinda with that long hair, you would swoop over and straighten. I'm like, he was just only one eyeliner pin away from joining the emo group and doing a mosh pit. Like
Literally.
one eyeliner pin away. If I would have given Tanner some eyeliner, he would have ran with
And
it.
a few holes in my ears. Wow.
And give him like a little chain on his Abercrombie pants.
You could not have told me anything.
He's like, this is prep grunge.
Prep grunge, literally. I would have been kicked out of our school instantly. They'd be like, he worships the devil.
No, literally, there was a person that wore long pants like that, and I was like, oh, he's a devil worshiper. Now I'm just like, oh,
Fashions.
He just like, that was his fashions, and that was so rude of me. Yeah, I did that a lot though. Like there's, like when you're young, you do a lot of stupid stuff, and like that's like the biggest thing we talk about all the time, like when we're having kids, of like how to keep an open mind and like how to share with them, like that it's like you don't have to like live in a box of like you can do this, and like just because I don't like that per se doesn't mean you can't love it, and like doesn't mean you can't explore it, and like doesn't mean, like we talk about that with fashion, we talk about that with art, we talk about that with like activities and things that they want to do, and just like how to have just like this really cool, like I don't know, I just really, when we grew up, our generation was like, you have to do the cool thing. Right. Or you're not cool. And I feel like Gen Z's done a lot of that and like a change of that. And I just like love that about them. And it's something that if and when we do decide to become parents, it's something that I want to bring to, of like, you're so cool for that. Because you know what? Like we were only cool because we went to private school. We weren't cool.
No,
we were weird.
So lame.
We were theater kids.
Lame. Yeah. Loved us.
Yeah.
Lame.
We were weird.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to wrap it up?
Yeah, we should wrap it up.
All right, let's wrap it up. Thank you so much for listening to the Couples Couch Podcast, where you give you our clickbait culture stories and everything in between. You can find us anywhere that you get your podcast, whether that's Apple, Spotify, Audible, Amazon, YouTube, you name it, we got it. If you're not following us on socials, you can go ahead and follow us now on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and everything in between. All right, thanks. Love you.
Love you. Bye.